What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Today we're taking on probably our bogey team in the Big Bash League, the Sydney Thunder. We lost to them, as you guys saw last episode in round 6. We did actually manage to draw them in the semi-final, which is a little bit of a concern. I probably would have preferred to finish second so we didn't have to take them on as they did finish 4th, because they just seem to be a team that just always seems to have a knack of getting away from us. We scored 140, which, you know, in a semi-final wouldn't be too bad. We did struggle a little bit with the bat. I finished with 47, I believe, off about 20, I think it was about 26 deliveries. So a pretty good return from me, but the other batsmen couldn't really just go and stand up. And only defending 140 when they get off to the start like they did, 1 for 68 when we came into bowl at the end of the power play overs. Only 5 runs required needed. It is going to take a lot of wickets and a lot of dot deliveries for us to go and get this game going. So next episode next year may possibly not be the final. I mean, we do have our work cut out here for the Perth Scorchers for them to really go and try and get things going. Speaking of the Perth Scorchers, I think the Big Bash actually started last night. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. Something that, you know, when I've finished work on Saturday, basically I'm going to go and just be watching the Big Bash whenever a game is on. Like, I can't wait for it. I love the competition, love the players who are in there, love the teams. Just love everything. So, really, really looking forward to that. Something else that has started tonight, started this morning, I should say, is the second test, New Zealand versus Sri Lanka. And a lot of people are saying that the pitch there, the pitch normally in Hamilton is suited for spinners, but apparently it has been, well, I guess the groundsmen is probably the word I'm looking for. The groundsmen have gone and they've changed the pitch. It's not as suited to spinners. It's probably more of a green top well, similar to, I guess, what they had in Sri Lanka, even though that did turn into quite a good batting pitch as the days went on in the test match. But it'll be interesting to see what happens there, what, I guess, format or formula the New Zealanders go with. Obviously, last time around, the 4 seamers and the 1 spinner, which, you know, did seem to work quite well. Whether they go and opt for 3 seamers and possibly the 2 spinners, Mark Craig comes back in for one of the seamers, that is another possibility. I think it all just depends on what the pitch is going to do, and I guess what they really think the New Zealanders need to do and what they think they can do to, I guess, take 20 wickets on that pitch there. That there is going to be 4. That's the first one. Hussey moves on to 41 off 25. And Mike Hussey has actually put his name forward. Well, he hasn't put his name forward. I think he's been, I don't know how that works. He's been selected, I guess, to be a T20 mentor for Australia going to the World T20 World Cup earlier next year, I should say, not later this year. It's almost the end of 2015. And there we go. So there's one. We get the wicket. We get the big one as well, Mike Hussey. So that, it could possibly be too little too late, but a wicket nonetheless. I thought my game was going to freeze then. It's going to say, don't do that to me. But the Sydney Thunder side, their top 4, just so dangerous. Dilshan, you've got Khawaja, you've got Hussey, as I said, and then you've got Morgan as well, the Englishman. So you can't, there's not really too much that you can do, and I think it is going to be too little too late, unless we can, as I said, pick up these 2 in this over, but even then, still 20 off 41 is going to be a relatively easy task to go and get. And I think Dilshan probably is going to be a little bit fired up when it comes to me running in and bowling to him, considering I think I did hit him. I think it was 25 off the over, possibly. That's where I got majority of my runs from. Was off Dilshan. I think it was, yeah, 3 4s, a 6 and a single off the last ball. He'll be fired up. He'll be pumped up. But he'll be looking to go and take the Sydney Thunder side home, get them into the final, which, you know, they look for all money getting there. 20 off 39 needed. There we go. There's one of those wickets we were talking about. So we've got 1 now. If we can pick up Morgan, as I said, it's still going to be a hard task, but it could be, you know, you could just get something going on. Carter's obviously not the best batsman in the world, only averaging 13. And, you know, if the other guys from the other end, if they pipe up, get a couple of wickets as well, it could be game on. Could big time be game on. I think this is our 3rd over. So after this, obviously, still 1 to come. So if we could manage to go, and as I said, not going to get to Bolton Morgan this over, but if we can get Carter's this last ball, which we have gone and done, game on, baby. 3 for 12. What a game Cliffy is having so far. 47 not out with a bat, and now 3 for 12 off 3 overs. Really going and getting it done. Hughes is in now. He's only got an average of 14, so things are looking up. I mean, as I said, if we can get Morgan, I think chances are, you know, good things could happen. It's a shame that I do only have 1 over left, But as you can see, the Scorchers at this stage, 5 for 107. We really were struggling. And 4 for 134 are the Thunder. They only need, I think, about 9 runs left to get. It was only just over 140 that we did manage to go, and that has just summed up the Scorchers' day. Look at the fielders. What are they doing? Rolling around, diving around on the ground. Just not happening. As you can see, they're 9 off 29. So it would be nice to pick up another couple if we could go and do that. Nab a 5-wicket bag to go with our 47 that we had in the batting innings would be a fairly good performance from myself, and you know, it'd be a good performance from the Scorchers. And if you did that in a semi-final, if you scored 47 not out with the bat and took, you know, even if we take 3 for, you know, you're gonna be quite disappointed that things didn't go your way, because like, you've played absolutely outstandingly. You've played out of your skin, and you go and get that. You get rewarded with that. It's just a bit of a disappointment that the team probably has gone and let us down a little bit today. Oh, there's no one there. I was going to say it's another catching opportunity. We're going to have 1 ball left at Morgan. I think the game, it is safe to say, is done and dusted unless there is some kind of miracle. Just 7 runs needed now, and as I said, it is going to take some kind of a miracle. That may even go for 4. It has gone for 4, so that's put a bit of a dampener on the last ball of our spell, but still a very good return, 3 for 19. And I wouldn't say a low total to defend, but a fairly low total, and just the 3 runs needed, so I guess they are going to go and pick that up. So the Scorchers lose in the semi-final to the 4th place Thunder. As we can see, Cliff does get man of the match. He gets 47 not out of 28 deliveries and 3 for 19. So he came to the party, but nobody else did, which is a real shame. Had someone gone and I guess scored some runs towards the top, we could have been looking at a different story. We could have been looking at the Scorchers in the Big Bash League final, but not the case. That is the season done and dusted. We miss out on the final, I think, again in the Big Bash. We just can't seem to get it in this My Career Reborn, but that's alright. We will regather, we'll regroup, we'll go for it next year. Right, guys, do hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links to that can be found down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Hope you've had a good week. Have a good weekend. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Rugby League Live 3, carrying on with the Eels career mode in the NRL Auckland Nines. Make sure you do not miss that.